Well, hello everyone. This is May. Well, actually, almost mid May, and this is the tabletop conversation for the May long spoon. I'm Robert,
I'm Suzanne.
and we're Clarity.
Please, I can't feel it. I'm so used to saying I'm Sandra.
Okay,
I'm Christina. And I'm Suzanne.
and we're here in various places in the house. So we're phone conferencing our tabletop conversation.
And we just had a wonderful supper.
Yes, a lovely supper, and it was
Yeah.
a nice day, kind of a little cool, a little cloudy, but so this month you're going to enjoy what we've curated on the Long Spoon. We have a lot of really good galleries to look at, and the thing that we do with the selection in the galleries, each of those images are the collages with text or multiple images, and they're designed specifically to help support you this month. So that's part of the curation process.
And a lot of them, they come together, the different pictures to stimulate your consciousness or support it, or be creatively beautiful and help you engage that space in your life.
Yeah.
So the collages are more than just
pictures,
yeah.
to look at. Yeah.
And if anybody isn't aware of it, all you have to do is click on, put your pointer on whatever image that you've chosen that you want to take in more deeply and look at, and you just expand it on your iPhone or your computer or however you can do that, whatever your device.
You just click on it and it goes bigger.
Yeah, and make it bigger so that you can read the words. It's amazing.
Yeah. And let's see, what else is going on for the month of May besides things getting warmer and the gardens beginning to respond. Here we're in Maine, so it's a little longer process, but other parts of the country, things have really popped up by now. So
yeah, our garden's become more of an older garden, and so there's repairs that we're having to do this year, and kind of engaging new surfaces and taking up old, and that's kind of overwhelming, really, but especially at 80. But every day we try to get a little bit more done, and so
it's been a great job.
And then we're trying to engage the spring, but not overdo ourselves and move in slowly. I think that we're going to engage more plants than raising hundreds and hundreds of seedlings, which we do most years. But we'll still be raising by seedling, raising some of our herbs.
Yeah.
So we're just kind of making room for that kind of thought that we haven't had until now. And then we're also trying to, we've just made a lot of repairs and changes in the cellar, and Christina and Suzanne have been very much on line with that and making sure it moves through, and the people that we get do a good job and they get the right kind of service and price they need. And that's a lot of research, and so that's been going on through the winter, and as we now move into spring, and so all of us are kind of got different projects that we're working on, along with Robert and I starting to engage the new work for this coming year. And so we've all kind of been in our own little spaces over the last month or two to be able to concentrate on those different things. And yeah, and it's a different, when we do that, when we accept that this is the way it is and this is the right thing, then it becomes easy. We're more forgiving of the time it takes and the amount of communication that has to be engaged in different ways than we usually do. And I have felt that that's been kind of an adjustment.
This has been a very different spring for us.
Yeah, and there's an adjustment. It's like back today for Robert and I. We've been out. We went outside about 9:30, 10, and Robert worked in the garden to about 11, and doing more of the work we're doing to change the tending space. And then after that, we come in and we're doing a lot of work here in our room, just all curled up, staying warm and being able to do it. So I haven't really seen, well, I don't think I've even seen Suzanne today, but I've seen
you either. I know. It's so
saw Sandra for a little while, and we lots of times we see Christina before she goes off, and we didn't really, and then at the same time, like tonight, we're all in our rooms being all cozy and having supper, and instead of doing this conversation in the living room. But it's like we're not old as the world thinks we are. We're more willing to work with different changes that are needed.
We're very flexible and adaptable.
Very flexible with our environment, and I think. And our friendships and where they meet each other. And I think that's a neat conversation.
Yeah, it is. It really
is. I thought maybe we talk about it. Because there's a lot of people that can benefit and enjoy hearing a different perspective in working with their lives and their family and their communication, and using new alternatives and ways to communicate than their regular ways. Some people just stay stuck, and if they can't meet it one way, then they can't meet it at all. And I think all of us have been forced into being very flexible in where we meet it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna open it up.
Well, I think part of it too is because we have spent so much time together in community closely, that we've come to know what things are important to each other, what matters, what sounds we need to hear from each other, what support, whether it's from food or plans or dreams or research that we're all doing maybe individually. There's a point where you can touch in either by text or by a quick conversation to let somebody know kind of like what you're looking into, what you're working on, so that it can take it off of their mind, so that they're not worrying about it, thinking that it's something they still need to make sure gets addressed or tended.
I think that's really a good point. Very essential.
And because we all we're all very independent and capable, and we all have very important individual focuses that we're working on, that both individually, but that supports the whole community. And it's important, and it takes a while. I think in this adjustment period, it's being able to listen and discern where the places where you do need to touch in and where you do need to give some information, but then retreat again into the individual work that you're doing. But it keeps us threaded together when you do that, and it also, I think, creates an ease, and it helps decrease stress in each other, that you're not trying to carry something that you don't need to carry to worry about, because you know somebody else is already taking care of it or is taking care of it.
Oh, that's so true.
That's very good.
So that's one thing I've noticed.
We have radio, dead air space.
Radio silence.
It was finished.
I am finished.
Okay. No, I totally agree with what Suzanne's saying. I know this spring has been different for me in the fact that come spring, I get very anxious to get outside and get into things in the garden and moving stuff or cleaning up things. And it's taken a little bit of a different turn for me this year, because I had that tendency to just jump in and start doing stuff and not always all of me possibly feeling like maybe it's not going to get done if I don't do it. And this spring, I'm learning very quickly that everything is getting done, and it's not all me, and it's not because I'm not willing, but it's that everybody has certain things they want to get done. And I appreciate that it's not just support for me, it's support for the whole all.
I was kind of hoping you were going to do it all.
Well, as a Virgo, I just I got to get out there. I was told Suzanne this afternoon, I was itching to get out there and break up stuff and stuff. And I'm basically being told by my own inner guidance is to slow down, wait. And then all of a sudden, within a minute or two later, or an hour or two later, I have the energy to get up and do that one thing. And
it is a kind of, spring is very pushy. It's about the bossiest season out there, and it wants to rip you out of your bed and throw you out in the cold, doing things when it's too cold to do them, and then trying to plant your seeds where they all get frosted, and and it's like spring is all about overdo yourself before you're ready.
Yeah, what was it? 2 nights ago or 1 night ago, there was a frost warning.
Yeah,
Here,
I mean,
so,
that's really true in Maine.
Yeah.
And we're all waking up feeling late.
Yeah.
exactly.
It's so funny.
Well, it's fun. Everybody, doing different things. And like you said, Suzanne and Christina had just take charge of taking care of restructuring a lot of the things in the house, in the basement, bringing the new foundation. And that's something I can't do. I am totally supportive of it and will contribute my insights, but I am certainly pleased with the fact that so much is getting done this spring, and we started back in the winter, but I totally appreciate what they've done, because they keep me from having to do it, and then I get to spend more time being with Suzanne and Robert doing the work. So
That's cool.
yes, I love it.
Mm-hmm. I think it's really interesting too, like what you all were talking about, Maine especially, but even especially this year, it seems like spring has come especially slowly this year here in Maine. It's been really cold a lot longer, and I don't ever remember us needing to run our heaters this long, even especially at night or in the mornings to take the chill off. And
winter coats on our walk.
Yeah, still wearing winter coats a lot of mornings. It's still in the 30s to take a walk. And so it really is an interesting pace. And it's almost like nature is giving us the cues and the support that we actually need for whatever alchemically we're moving. I think like you were saying, Suzanne, the adjustment, the different rhythm that we're needing to be in to do the inner and outer work is actually requiring that nature is actually supporting us to not rush out there and to take more time and to still kind of have one foot in the hibernation mode and one foot in the moving forward mode. And so it's really actually supporting us. And I'm trying to listen to that and be patient and be willing to be in sync with that instead of fight it, saying, well, it's daggone it. It's the middle of May. This should be done and this should be happening now. And well, I guess it's just not yet for whatever reasons.
It's so interesting to live with Virgos and Virgo risings. You all are just so different.
Around. She's got some Virgo in her. Don't let her brag.
I know. It is. I do have somewhere in there.
Yeah, very bossy Virgo.
It's funny because the other day we just knew that we had to get it we had to get that boardwalk chopped up and out of there. And I had no idea how that was going to work, but I just knew, we all knew it had to go.
Mhm.
Like, it wasn't a lingering thing. It had to go. And the boys weren't there or anything. And it was like, okay, let's do this. And Robert's chopping the pallets in half and breaking the fence things in half. And somehow, because we just kind of kept chipping away at things, we were breaking it down
Into smaller pieces.
into smaller pieces. It was more manageable. I was like, I'm only going to carry like 4 boards, so I didn't like strain myself. And we just went at a steady pace, and we got it done. And
We got it all to the
it was
dump.
unbelievable.
We thought we were going to have to rent a U-Haul or something, but you managed to
It
do
was like miraculous. So
It
it's
was.
kind of neat when things are so ready to go and be done
Mhm.
or to shift. It's like, it doesn't really matter about how fast
Uh-huh.
or like, having to really just like lift a lot. We just did a little bit at a time, and we just kept going at it. And so it wasn't a heavy lift.
No, none of
We
you
got
are.
smart with that spring energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really are.
But somehow the energy of the actual thing was heavier than the actual boards
Yeah.
and the other planks
Oh,
and
you're
stuff.
so right. Great
So
point.
that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
That I didn't expect that, because I knew we didn't like overlift, but at the end, I think we knew we lifted heavy energy
Mhm.
Yeah.
to bring in the new pattern of what we're going to have out there. So
Yeah.
for our sacred space.
Mhm.
Really
So
true.
that was a springtime surprise.
Yeah.
And also, I was just going to say further with the curation of this particular long spoon, you'll notice that towards the front end of it, we have we always have maybe 3 or 4, or usually 3 flip books that we include, and usually we do the closest 3 that we've done. So the previous 3 weeks to when we send it out. And so as you go through those flip books, you're getting a lot of insight for the month, plus the imagery and the text that is included within each page. That's one thing I love about the flip books and any of the books we've done, is they are as equally image conscious as they are word conscious. So
Yes.
there's a real balance to it. But these 3 are specifically curated
Well, see,
for
that's
this
left and right
month.
brain balance.
Yeah, left, right brain balance, and they are curated, like I say, specifically for this month. So as you go through them and look at each one of them, they will really assist you for the rest of May. And of course, the other wonderful thing, being members of the Long Spoon, then you have all the back issues to go through anytime you want. So all of it is reference material, and every single bit of it is designed to support you in your day, your month, your journey. And that's why we love putting it together. It's for us and for you. So we're glad that you're here, and that and we love doing the tabletop conversation because we get to say hello.
Well, and I was fortunate. I had a few minutes this afternoon, and I actually looked through the Long Spoon this month's issue, and I don't always have a chance to do that before we do the tabletop. But it was exciting because I always feel like what you were saying, Robert, that it's a kind of a not a premonition. Well, it's information about what the coming month or this month is going to hold. And so I was curious and excited to see that the Creative Life show is about the big picture. And so the month of May, with what we're all working with, is about the big picture, and to see how that's going to unfold and give more information. And so it's information that it's going to be a month of being able to step back, get the long view, and get a bigger picture about what these changes in rhythm and what the different things we're dealing with might be showing us or giving us in a big picture way.
Mm-hmm.
And then I noticed that the Kuan Yin for the oracle for the month was about Gai Fu gift. And so what's the gift in this month, that is going to be coming to us? And so that was exciting to see. Mm-hmm. And anyway, so I always think that that's really cool about what you curate, because I know you do it very intuitively and very consciously. Mm-hmm. to, like you said, for everyone to have the information and the support, the guidance, the insights that they might need to give information for the month. So
yeah.
That's really cool.
Well, I think, too, it's really wonderful because we do choose everything intuitively for that month. That as you look at the different stories and the different collages and the different focuses, that in itself widens the scope for the month. But what I'm realizing is then after you get that, then you kind of get how they're all related, and then you get an overview, an even bigger overview for the month that could bring great future sight.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Also, just this larger overarching thread to all of them that we've done. What is it, 2 years now, or going on a little more than 2 years? That the overarching thread is that it's called the long spoon. And remember, the story of the long spoon is that with all those people sitting around the table and having their dishes there, they've got a long spoon, and it's too long for them to reach their own bowl. So the only way everyone was able to be fed and nurtured was they had to start using that long spoon in a further away bowl and feed the person nearest to it, and someone else would do the same for them. So as you are diving into the nurturing and the support that is what the long spoon holds in its curated position, then it is for you to, as you gain insights or a feeling of support or an epiphany or an idea or something, then share it with someone else. Credit it where that came from, that spark arrived to you, and that's using the long spoon and feeding someone else. And I think that's a big part and the purpose of this is to gain the support for yourself, but then share it to someone else.
Yes, very well said, Robert.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Well,
thank you, honey.
Is there anything else for the conversation this month?
I don't know. Has everybody got to talk?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have.
Okay.
Anything else to add, or shall we say hello, goodbye, and dive right in?
That's right.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
Yeah, bon appetit.
Well, we certainly love this conversation.
Yeah, we
I
did.
enjoyed it very much.
Pull up a chair and sit at the table of plenty here with the long spoon.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, thank you one and all, and for those of you that have been generous enough to subscribe to the Long Spoon, we are very appreciative.
When you turn it off, I wanted to tell them something.
Okay, so we will say goodbye here. Let me get to the spot where I can do that. And then enjoy the Long Spoon, and we will talk to you again in June. So until next month, thank you.